Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a Minrake Madness featuring GunsNRoaches and Bubenec. On Site Delta, the latter edition, latest patch, new map, bottom right gonna be Bubenec, our red Protoss player. And in the top left, it is GunsNRoaches, our blue Zerg. Man, what a great name. I've cast a couple of GunsNRoaches games before, and man, he does not send in anything but excellent games for Minrake Madness. That is certainly the case. And how did he get here? He sent his replay to Sniper Monkey at the email address in the description with the subject of Minrake Madness. Made sure it is gold, platinum, or diamond level. And Sniper Monkey watched it and recommended it to me for Minrake Madness this week. All right, what's the play here, man? Anything crazy? No, you're not doing the extractor trick, 14 hatch, extractor trick, extractor trick pool play that Cyril does in PvZ sometimes. I don't blame you, man. I don't understand the rationale behind that. Maybe that will become the standard one day, but for now, it's kind of still 16, 18, 17, isn't it? On the other side, Bubenec should have no problem throwing up a Nexus. Recognizing the hatch first, recognizing it's not anywhere close to a pool first, it's pool last, in fact. So everything is good here from Bubenec. How's Bubenec going to try to deal with an excellent Zerg player like GunsNRoaches? Well, he's going to get splash damage, right? Going to get Storm, going to get Disruptors, going to get Colossus. The easiest option of all three of those is probably Colossus, just because they require kind of the least amount of micro, I would say. Oh, look at this. Cyber Core ahead of Expand. Unnecessary, I'm going to say. I mean, getting the expansion out fast is really not a problem. If Bubenec is aggressive here with some kind of high-tier units, like maybe getting faster into Immortals or a faster Colossus out or like just a bunch of Adepts, that might be interesting. I mean, there is an Adept on the way. That's pretty normal stuff, though, right? But if all I was going to do is sit back and macro up on two bases, then going for the Cyber Core before the Nexus is just unnecessary? Third base coming in pretty early, honestly, for GunsNRoaches. If he's delaying speed for that, which is fine. Again, if he's not planning on being aggressive with Lings, then he doesn't need Ling speed, although this is not a wall. Bubenec's like, no, it is. Look, there's an Adept plug in the hole. Nah, man. That is not Ling-proof at all. However, getting a second Adept might be able to plug the wall here. Overlord is like, I hope that's not a Stalker. It's not. Hooray. Okay, so now Lings can't get through there. Plus, they really suck at killing Adepts. Adepts are two-shotting them the whole time, etc., etc. But again, GunsNRoaches is just now getting metabolic boost, so nah. Not necessary. Not even necessary at all to really worry about them. Man, and just in case, we need some kind of a harder wall of pylons coming up next up. So, cool. Well, it is going to be chrono boosting out an Oracle as the first thing out of the Stargate here from Bubenec. And yeah, I'm just going to say straight up, no need to go for that Cyber Core before the Nexus. You really can't get the Oracle out that much faster, especially if you're building Adepts, which slows down your ability to get a Stargate sooner. It's just, if you're going to rush Stargate, yeah, I don't know. Whatever, right? At this point, Safety Spore is around 334, about as late as I want to see a Safety Spore from a Zerg player who is coming up against a Protoss. And in fact, a Spore coming up at the natural base, and now one getting started at the main, about 357 is late, but it'll work out here because, yeah. Where's that first Oracle? Where are you? Oh, just sitting right next to the Stargate. I thought you would be out somewhere else, Oracle friend. No. Okay, fine. Additional gate. Ooh, second Stargate. Bubenec. Are you doing crazy hero-style PvZ? Are you going to make, like, 6 Oracles with Stalker and Zealot support and maybe some Adepts, and then use the Ray. Oh, dang it. Pulsar Beam. My goodness, I always forget what that thing is called, but turning on the Pulsar Beam. Turning on the beam. And, oh, one of the Oracle's going to die. Oh, gosh. Okay, fine. Well, oh, and this one wants to die, too. Look at that. Ooh, so close to death. 10 HP on that one. Swinging back into this mineral line is pretty much asking for death, so smartly enough, Bubenec sends the Oracle back there. One Oracle for, like, 3 drones is not ideal. Overlord scouts in, does see the double Stargate, sees a Phoenix. Oh, wow, a lot of Phoenix. Huh, this is mostly something we see in team games, where you can get away with going mass Phoenix just because, well, no, you can't kill buildings, but guess what? Your teammates can. And if there's a Zerg player on the other team, or 2 Zergs on the other team, having a million Phoenix constantly supply blocking those Zergs is awesome. It is so powerful. Zerg has a really hard time dealing with it without, like, chain fungals, a bunch of parasitic bombs, and even then, if you can split your Phoenix well enough, it's not really going to deal with them that much. Anywho, what's this? Third base coming in from Bubenec. Just double pumping those Phoenix. Now, the problem with going mass Phoenix in a 1v1 scenario is that you can't kill buildings. And additionally, you have a hard time killing things like roaches. Roaches have extra armor, and so killing them as a Phoenix is just not something you want to have to do. I mean, you can't lift Ultralisks at all. Lifting and killing Lings is not really energy efficient. So, not a huge fan of this, honestly. We'll see how many Overlords can get murderized here, but continue to double pump those Phoenix, working on a Robotics Bay. GunsNRoaches' army currently consists of 16 Lings and 6 Queens, but notice how the Queens can get lifted and killed pretty easily. Alright, here we go. Drone Massacre. Not even really worrying about Overlords in this case. Trying to kill as many drones as possible. Good grief, 11 of them have now gone down, so that's 8. In addition to the early ones that died to the Oracle Harass, plus Overlord's getting sniped. Look at this positioning. Just, gonna lose a Phoenix for that Overlord, but, ooh, can find another one here, too. And, no, actually kill it. Why are you going home? Actually kill this Overlord. There you go. Coming back and being like, what up? What up, fool? Now, here's the thing about Hydras. Oh, Extended Thermal Lance and Colossus on the way. The thing about Hydras is that Colossus eat them. Also, smaller numbers of Hydras have a hard time with Phoenix, because Phoenix will lift and kill them quickly because they do bonus versus light. Yeah, they do twice as much damage versus light targets, and Hydras don't have a ton of HP anyway. So, yeah, if you have a million Hydras, you can deal with this, but if you only have, like, 5 or 10, you're kind of going to have a hard time. Actually, 10 might deal with this. This is only 7 Phoenix. I don't know. You have to go a lot of Hydras. And if you have a lot of Hydras, then guess what murders the Hydras? I already said that. It is the Colossus. So, the Colossus, I kind of like this. Phoenix Colossus is an answer to what Zerg is doing. Show up with a bunch of Phoenix, force the Zerg player into Hydras. Unless they want to start going Corruptor, which actually would be a great answer to this whole thing. Corruptor versus Phoenix and Colossus will work quite nicely, actually. So, we'll see if GunsNRoaches gets there or not. Yeah, 4th base running, safety spore coming out. Dude, these Phoenix are too afraid, man. They need to get in here in this base and kill every one of these drones. There are no spores here. There are no queens here. Queens are, okay, they're showing up now, but there was a nice window where there was nothing protecting those drones. And now the Phoenix are going to swing in, now that it's fully defended. That hurts. If Bubenec comes back and watches this game, he's going to be like, oh, I see. Spire coming in, Lurker Den on the way, Hive 2. And can you lift and kill? He's just going to ignore this, get inside the main base where there's a queen. Overlord. Oh my gosh, these Overlords though. Oh no, pull back Overlords. GunsNRoaches, no, supply blocked into next week. Oh, lifting and killing this queen too. More queens joining this party, but all these Overlords just being in the same place is too dang tempting. We're lifting and killing Hydras down here. Is that that's what's dying? Phoenix are definitely dying here too. Oh, drones. Why are there no rally? Oh, because this hatchery doesn't have a rally. Now it does. A rally for workers. All right, Roaches counterattacking. That's enough. Enough is enough here. And single Colossus. Not really going to do a lot in this situation. Going to warp in some Zealots. Nom, nom, nom. At least tanking some of this damage. While the second Colossus wanders in. And the Roaches have to get out of there. But seriously, Mass Roach might not be too bad here at all. Ooh, and charge is done for the Zealots too. So these Roaches are going to die. My gosh. Resources lost here though. 3,400 to 3,300. Not a particularly cost-efficient game here from Bubenec. Fourth base is done. It's got 80 probes to 77 drones. Despite the fact that you have killed 17 drones and 11 overlords, GunsNRoaches is about 150 supply, 77 drones, and 4 bases. Feeling pretty okay about that. Denying the attempt to expand here. Bunch of lings that haven't really accomplished much yet. Ooh, Dark Shrine coming in. Does Bubenec feel like he is behind and therefore must be Dark Shrining? Also Disruptors. Disruptors are they're kind of high risk, high reward units, right? If you can use them correctly, especially at this level, and just like chunk a huge group of Roaches and Ravagers, it's this thumbs up super happy moment as a Protoss player, right? But if you just kind of accidentally A-move them into the enemy army, then they die real fast, and then you're sad because you didn't really do anything. But I don't know. All right, Hydras. Oh. Free Phoenix there. Just kind of casually flying over the Hydras. Oh, and the Queens. Okay, Phoenix controls. Look, it's not been hero-esque today. Right? It's not been the best, but this is actually really concerning. Gosh. Oh, coming back in to die. What are you doing? Okay, I guess. Okay, no more Phoenix. We're done. That's it. Phoenix count 0. 21 Phoenix have now died. The resources lost are 6,000 to 4,000 in favor of run GunsNRoaches, which at the 12-minute mark of the game, you should not be that ahead in resources lost against a Protoss player. All right, well, here comes Roaches, Ravager, Hydra. Here come Colossus. Here comes Disruptor shot. Big time hit! Oh, Bubenec loves that. He's like, yes. Oh, get out of there, Disruptor. Pull back. Oh, you too, Disruptor. Don't be A-moved in here. No, it's... It's the perfect example of what I was talking about. One huge hit, and then one A-moving a Disruptor into the army and getting it killed, accomplishing nothing. It's the mixed bag of the Disruptor at this level of StarCraft 2. Oh, that was glorious. I could not have asked for a better example if I had been very polite. Okay, so Lurkers are on the way. More Colossus, more Disruptors. DT Blink coming in. It's 183 to 144 supply for Bubenec. How on earth does Bubenec have that much supply? He's got 9 Zealots, 6 Colossus, 7 DTs, and a Disruptor. But okay, I guess that's basically maxed out. Oh, these DTs. Oh gosh. Lurker spawns. Quick. Swipe the eggs. No, the burrow. Oh, DTs, did they pay for themselves? No. Although it is 10,000 resources lost to 10,000 resources lost now, so the last minute or so has actually gone in Bubenec's favor in that statistic. Plus, he did hang on to his 5th base, which is great. Or 4th base. Is this the 5th base? I don't know. This looks more established. We'll say that's the 4th base, and this is the 5th base up here on the right side. Creep spread not ideal, but here comes... Oh, man. I don't know about this. Where's your detection? Oh, no! There's not detection. Nice Disruptor hit. Nice. Okay, 2 very well-coordinated Disruptor hits there. There's an OBS. Get him! Get him, boys. Die, all the Lurkers in the whole world, and they do. Oh, except for these guys that for some reason the OBS was too far away. Okay, got him. Got him. Resources lost are now 14,000 to 14,000. So, even trades. Not where you want to be if you are Bubenec here. You don't want to be even trading with a Zerg player who has more bases than you do. Barely more bases. 6 bases to the 5, but still. It counts. Got a Templar Archives coming in. We might get the trifecta, or the quadfecta of all splash damage types available here with the Colossus and the Disruptor and the Archon and the High Templar. Which, hey, why not? Oh, Fleet Beacon time. fleet beacon time. Okay, here we go. Second cyber core. This is carriers. This is all right, says the Protoss. I know how to deal with this Zerg. It's have a big critical mass of carriers. Low-level Zergs really struggle against that stuff. Hydras won't do it. Corruptors will do it unless you have Archons beneath your carriers or some Void Rays in the mix. You do have to kind of mix it up. Mass carrier, maybe not the greatest of idea at this level of StarCraft. APM check is about, oh my gosh, 146 to 145 average for these two. This is a very interesting game. Both players about the same resources lost. Both players about the same APM. Almost crazy. Okay, well, Greater Spire coming in. Like, well, I can crack this Protoss with Broodlords. Oh, free DTs are free, though. Yeah, all right. Well, that just swung the resources lost into the Zerg's favor for sure. And there we go. Carriers on the way. Working on ground upgrades as well as other upgrades at the same time. Might as well get those ground upgrades. They're close enough to +3/+3. Be a shame to leave them at 2 forever. Okay, well, Hydra Lurker trying to go into all the Colossus in the whole world. One Colossus does die. Disruptor. Oh, should have taken out that Lurker. Was undecided, though. Charge lots. Getting on top of those Hydras. Colossus on the backside. Okay, that went pretty poorly for GunsNRoaches now. Now, GunsNRoaches has more resources lost than Bubenec does. Makes sense based on what we saw, right? Yo, creep spread is okay from GunsNRoaches. He's mostly connecting his bases. He's got little pieces of not connected base. And he's spread about halfway across the map. He's doing okay. He's not Scarlet level creep spread or anything, but that's fine. Lurker, sure. 3 Lurker burrow here at the front door. How do you deal with it? Well, your Zealot Colossus army should pretty easily be able to wipe them out. And they do. Now, did they catch a whiff of these carriers is the question. +1 flyer attack is on the way from GunsNRoaches. Oh, he was like, this army doesn't shoot up at all. So, oh gosh, these carriers, no! No, the mute attack switch is genius. Quick, shield battery overcharge. Mutalisks, fight! Shield battery overcharge. Please. Okay. No, I don't know that Bubenec knows about shield battery overcharge, Carl. This is not ideal at all. Mew does get in there. Take down these carriers. No. Oh my gosh, it's a shield battery overcharge. But overcharging stuff that can't fight back. So it's not exactly the greatest. Oh, man. GunsNRoaches, believe it or not, has actually lost more resources so far. But wait, when that Colossus dies... still has lost more resources throughout this game than Bubenec has. Oh, and the Stalker Warping gets the mutas out of there. Pretty nice, honestly. Pretty good read on the situation from GunsNRoaches. A ton of kills on those mutas. How many of them died during that attack? 9 of them went down. There are still 13. Just a random Lurker burrow into the third base of Bubenec. Okay. Wow. Bunch of free probe kills here. Free probe kills. Free probe kills. Come get your juicy free probe kills. That is a total of 64 probes that have died today. And again, ye old... Well, I guess they're Stalkers and Carriers now. But yeah, Zealot Colossus, Carrier Stalker army handles Lurkers pretty nicely. Mutas continuing to attack on in here. More probes dying and then diving into the natural base for free probe kills down here now. Actually trying to snipe that Nexus, which it's a lot of HP and you don't have any attack. Oh, you do have +1 attack upgrades. I'm a liar. Yeah, you don't necessarily really want to fight this army. Okay, yeah, ow, 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 like, ow. That Muta being alive is very impressive. All of 15 HP on that guy. GunsNRoaches could probably stand to expand maybe 2 minutes ago. He's been on 6 bases for a while, which is good, but I mean, Protoss hasn't really made a move on you in a while. Getting a 7th base wouldn't really hurt. Expanding here, expanding here. You do have a bank and you are maxed out, but a bigger bank... Oh, I don't know about this Hydra stuff. Like I said, about Colossus and carriers, Hydras are really going to struggle here. However, they do have +2 attack, and they're catching some transferring probes as a warm-up. Yo, oh my gosh, this worker count. This worker count is abysmal. Okay, counterattack. Carriers are like, screw this. Let's base race. Muta's trying to deny everything at Bubenec's attempt at a 6th base up this way. Meanwhile, his natural base is gone. And, ooh, forces a recall back. Colossus in. It's a bit of a weird Sim City position for these Hydras, too. And, wow. That was not good for them at all. And then more Colossus show up. The Hydras try to fight them. That's not ideal at all. So it's kind of a base race, but then it just got downgraded to a base trade. However, losing your natural base hurts a lot less than losing your newest source of income, which is what happened here for GunsNRoaches. These mutos, man. Okay, we keep sending probes over here, though. Why do you keep doing that? Dude, it's 114 probes have died. There are 27 remaining. And this Nexus is going to die to these mutas. I mean, sure, all the mutas might actually die, too. They're really trying hard. Okay, one of them makes it out of there. Great job, buddy. 140 to 77 supply. This base is kind of mined out. This base is oversaturated. This base is mining out. Bubenec has enough money to expand a couple times here, and I would honestly recommend it. I think GunsNRoaches is... Oh, gosh, these carriers. They're all dead. So GunsNRoaches is... Unless the Corruptors don't attack the bodies. Okay, they didn't do that. Yeah, GunsNRoaches might go for a Corruptor Broodlord style finish here because it'd be pretty good. Corruptors eating these carriers like they are made out of Fruit Loops. Bruh. And that's it. Good game. The carriers are gone. All that is left here are 2 carriers and 2 Colossus. And what's that you say? There are 20 Corruptors out on the field? What's that you say? They have 1/1 upgrades? Yeah, those Colossus can't even fight back. So Bubenec tried. He really tried to get into this whole carrier transition, but GunsNRoaches forced the issue with Hydras. Lost all of the Hydras, mind you. 94 Hydras have died in this game. There are still 12 remaining, so not all of the Hydras died. But, good golly, resources lost 40,000 to 36,000. GunsNRoaches still lost more. Barely just now replacing that 6th base. But yeah, what a very, very, very strange PvZ. And again, I love that Disruptor moment. That moment of Disruptor where it's like delicious, massive hit. 1 Disruptor shot kills like 10 Zerg units. And then the second Disruptor comes in. Just gets A-moved in. Oh, Bubenec. So good. He kept, to his credit, he kept trying to use Disruptors from that point on, but he lost all of them. 6 of them died, and that was all that he made. Absolutely fantastic. Like, really, really, really fun. Yeah, that opening of Phoenix into Colossus was kind of fantastic. And then, Phoenix into Colossus, forcing out those Hydras that kind of, sort of, should have just worked. And then he was forced to reveal the carriers, and then GunsNRoaches had time to prepare for them with all of the Corruptors and the upgrades that he got, and using Lurkers effectively. The Ravagers were pretty good, too. Roach Ravager attack down here was interesting. But, yeah, to get a win against a Protoss like this without killing a single base, I guess the Mutas killed this base. Mutas did kill a base, so I take that back. But, yeah, if you want to win a game in PvZ and you kill 114 workers, you're probably going to get the win. I think that's generally how it works. Anyway, that was something to be sure. Good game from GunsNRoaches again there. Just want to say that was a wonderful, wonderful name that you picked for yourself many years ago, but cool. All right, that right there, guess what? It's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Minrake Madness. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
The path of ascension is before us. Our honor guides us.